Welcome everybody. Josh Denny.
Perez.
And Izhak Shabat.
And we have a wonderful lineup here and a lot of information to share with you over the next half hour. We're going to be going through a little bit about why Secret, what's happened, where we've been as a company, where we are now, and where we're going. And I suspect probably somebody invited you onto this webinar that's excited, that said, you've got to take a look at what I'm doing. And we're going to do the best we can to share with you what's going on and why they're so excited, and really why you should care, and why right now is a great time to take a look at the company that is called Secret. And we have with us today, obviously, the CEO, Shabat, and a co-founder of Secret Direct, Perez. And so, guys, it's kind of interesting. By the way, we did an interview before, Izhak and myself, that's on the archive. You can watch it to get kind of more of the details. But real quickly, if you guys just go through your background, maybe we start with you, a little bit about your background, and then Betty, you could share your background and kind of how you guys even met.
Sure, of course. So yeah, I shared the story last time on the webinar, so I just summarize it in just a few words. At the end, my background. I came from a poor family, and at the end, I learned in my life that if you really push, if you do what it takes, you can be successful. And in these 15 years that I'm building this operation with my partners, what I learned is that the path for success is leading always to the same points throughout the way. If you look at having a reason, which we call a why, having a situation that requires you to step out of your comfort zone and just do what it takes to be successful. And of course, believing in something that is bigger than you and being able to follow it. And I'm just so happy to see that Betty is going to be with us today, because she is the reason why we have Secret Direct, why all of you guys are on the webinar, and why we have this success that we experiencing for the last 4 years. I didn't share much about the story. I just said it at 19 years old that changed our life. So now you have a chance to maybe share a bit about your background, Betty.
Yeah, absolutely. It's exciting to be on this webinar today. It's exciting because there's so many people here today that are looking at Secret for the very first time. And, we all have different life situations. We all are going through different things right now in our lives. And one of the things that we do know is that there's probably people today, right now on this webinar, you're looking for something different. You're looking for something that can truly, just change your life, give you a sense of direction, maybe a sense of belonging. I don't know. We all have different reasons for just doing what we do every single day. And it honestly wasn't so long ago. It was actually a few years ago that I went to a meeting where an opportunity was shared with me, an opportunity similar to what you're going to hear today. And that day, it was July 7th, 2007, that my life forever changed. Matter of fact, I grew up in Southern California with a very small family. My mom, my sister, that was it. Didn't have a lot of extended family, and that was my whole world. And we came from humble beginnings. And my whole life, and I'm sure a lot of people, you may relate with this, I wanted to do something great. I wanted to do something great to help out my family. I want to do something great because I think we all want a sense of purpose and waking up every day and just say, wow, this is incredible. I'm moving forward. I'm doing something. Personally myself, I found myself in a situation where I didn't see that happening very much. Every day was mundane, and I was just doing what I was told to do, go to school, get good grades, go to college, and that's what I was on my way to do. And, there were times in my life when I was, a misfit. It's funny because Izhak said so many great things about me today, it's interesting because had you met me a few years ago, Izhak Shabat, the CEO of Secret, a company that is top 100 in the whole world of this industry. Nobody would have said that about me a few years ago. But you see, what happened is I came to an opportunity where I heard a message like you're going to hear today. And I decided to open up my heart, my mind, and say, you know what, I might learn something today. Something that can truly change my life, because I was looking for something different. And I thank God every day that I decided to pay attention. And, it brought me to this place today where I'm sitting at this webinar with you. And you see what's exciting right now about Secret is that, you see, we're in the skincare profession, but that is not what we do. We sell skincare, but what we truly do is we are on a mission to just better everybody that gets to meet us. If we can just touch your life in any way, shape, or form, that's what we want to do. whatever your goals and reasons are, those are our goals and reasons, and that's what we live for every single day. So it's exciting. I'm sure you can see I'm excited just to share with you a little bit about what you're about to, and we're going to continue hearing on. So.
And here's one of the things I want to ask, especially for those of you that are out there that were probably like I was. I'd heard a lot of opportunity before, but a lot of people they had seen something maybe online, or maybe a friend invited them out to a presentation. They saw something, they got excited. Maybe it didn't work out for them. Maybe it did. Most of the time, it didn't. And what's interesting is for you, you got started in the profession. At 17, and you worked hard. You worked really hard. You saw some success, and then you also worked very hard and saw that success go rapidly away. And what's interesting is you started working at one of the kiosks selling secret products. What was a couple things? What was unique about the secret products themselves that got you to think, you know what, if we could put this into a home-based business, this would be amazing? Because really, that's the genesis of this whole idea of going from Secret Spa, which was a worldwide retail operation, into this home-based business opportunity that all of us get to share into. So what was unique about the products, and what made you have the guts to approach a very successful debt-free $100 million company saying, you guys should do this, something different?
Yeah, that's a great question. You see, in the beginning, I expressed to you that this industry, this profession changed my life. This profession it's a beautiful thing. You not only get to share some great products, the essence of the profession, you get to share some great products at an incredible price, and the result of that is that you get to also share the wealth with the people that help you build this, and that is a beautiful concept. However, in order to make sure that truly carries out, you need a great product. You see, our passion lies in changing people's lives, but how do we do that? We do it through our products. That is the vehicle how we can achieve that. And when I first saw Secret, I was, like Josh said, I was in a point in my life when I wasn't too excited. I was standing on a kiosk in the middle of the mall, examples, and I'll never forget it. It was a humbling experience, but what's so funny sometimes about life is our what we think, quote unquote, our worst moments, they are the moments that take us into a whole new direction. And you see, at that time, I was 19 years old. And I didn't know a whole lot about skincare. I knew what skincare was, and it was important for you. But what happened is I hadn't ever seen a product that just floored people. That, I had tried different things before, whether it was the moisturizer or hand cream, but although they might have smelled great, it wasn't like I was astounded. I was like, wow, I can't live without this, right? Well, the interesting thing that happened is the very first time, my very first day selling these products on a kiosk, this is prior to our profession of relationship marketing, I'll never forget it. I met this lady. She stopped at the middle of the mall to see these kiosks after, I was not very successful at stopping anybody to see these products. And I remember she looked at me and she says, "What do you want?" And you have to imagine this, and I'm sure some of you guys have seen kiosks in the middle of malls, and none of us just stop because we voluntarily want to stop. I think she just felt bad for me. And so, she stopped, and I pull out one of our products. It was a nail buffer. I'll never forget it. And I asked her for her thumb. She hands it to me and, looks at me, says, "Hurry up." So I take her thumb and I start buffing her thumb. And I hope some of you guys who haven't had an opportunity to see our buffer, it's an amazing product. It's one of the simplest products that we have. Thank you, Josh. It looks like this. And we like to keep things simple at Secret. We've got instructions on how to use it there. And I'm very thankful for that, because at 19 that day, I didn't know how to use this product very well. But what I did is I took this lady's thumb, see her thumb, and I said, "Step one, use the blue side, use the gray side, use the white side." And then she said, "Are you done?" So I said, "Yeah, I'm done." And she takes back her hand, and then I said, "Look at them." She reluctantly looks down, and when she sees her thumbs, I'll never forget it, Josh. She practically screamed in the middle of the mall. She goes, "Wow!" And her surprise, her response was so shocking to me, because it was a buffer, in my opinion, just a simple buffer, that I looked down at, looked at her thumbs, and I said, "Wow," And we were both staring at the results of these products, and before I knew it, she said, "Show me more." And what was so interesting to me about that, Josh, is that she was so negative. Like when she first stopped, she didn't want to see me. She probably did it out of pity, but because she saw one of our simplest products, she said, "Wow, let me see more." And I'm like, okay, so I'll show you more. And I kept showing her some more products. And before I knew it, every single product I showed her, she was just saying, wow, and she loved it. And she saw the results. She saw the difference. And when she walked away, I had to sit down. Literally, I had to sit down because I had just never witnessed some skincare products as simple as a buffer cause somebody to go from so upset to so positive. She bought everything I showed her, and I had just made a commission. And I wasn't that good. Does that make sense? Like, I had to
This is day one, right?
This is day one, yes. And I'm talking about my very first experience selling these products, right?
In the mall to a complete stranger.
In the mall to a complete stranger, yes, thank you. And it was just so simple. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It was so simple. I wasn't a skincare professional. She wasn't a skincare professional herself, but she liked what she saw. And so this led me to think, wow, that's pretty amazing. And I kept looking at the reactions over the next couple of weeks. And I had been in the industry before, like Josh said, I had success, and then I lost it all because I wasn't working with a product back in the day that people couldn't live without. A product that people that saw results, results that you just can't be without. And so after, and I'm skipping forward, but after some time of working the kiosk, and every day people saying, wow, every day, selling a lot of products, and I wasn't that good, at least so I thought. I finally sat down and said, wow, what would happen? What would happen if we could take these products out of the malls and into your living room? Okay, here's the thing. We all like experiences. We all like to get pampered, right? And what if we could go around the world to share this product that, number one, shows results within 30 seconds, right? And at the same time, bless people with this product because, at this time, Secret had already sold millions and millions and millions of dollars worth of products. And one of the beautiful things that our profession allows us to do is discount the products, provide a nice discount because you don't have all of the overhead. And so the only thing we think of is, wow, a lot of people would be blessed. A lot of people like myself at that time, when I was 19 or go back to when I was 17, that I was looking for something different. We could truly provide an opportunity where it doesn't matter what your background is. B, it doesn't matter whether you know skincare or not. All that really matters is, hey, I want to change my life and I'm willing to do something about it. And I think that's what it comes down to, Josh. I think it just comes down to making a decision to just do something, and of course finding the right thing for you. And so because of that, and I know I'm taking a long time, but I get pretty excited. But because of that, I approached Izhak, here we are today, right?
No. Before we go there, I want to kind of jump in here because now you kind of get the idea. Here we got this, young entrepreneur that's trying to become successful. She goes out and she tries and she does it. And she ends up having to get a job at a kiosk of all places. Now you know how that is. She explains what happens. She sees it, products that work to strangers, like legitimately. Because usually we're trying to talk with friends and family about products that they're not really excited about. We're selling opportunity. Yeah. Isn't that right? We're talking about, it doesn't really matter about the products, about the opportunity, but here you see a product that works and gets that kind of reaction to complete strangers, and you think to yourself, what if I take this to people who aren't cold, that are welcoming, and I can do it like, we can take these products for less to people, right? That's what you're thinking. Now, Izhak, here you are, you're running a retail, just massive business. It's growing, it's successful. You've got partners around the world. You've got 40 countries you're operating in, 900 retail locations. I mean, this is no small company, debt-free, doing exceptionally well. And you have some plans, different plans. Can you tell me about where you're at this moment before Betty comes to you with this idea?
Sure. We just, it was maybe the best time of our business. We were booming. It was right after the crash in the retail industry, and it started picking up again. We were all over the world. We were a strong company. As you know, Secret never had a decrease in sales, even with the crazy decrease in the entire retail world. And we just partner up with the biggest manufacturer in the world. And this was for us everything that we were dreaming of. This big manufacturer come at you and they say, we want to manufacture for you. It's like having Steve Jobs call you and say, listen, you have a small cell phone company, I'm going to manufacture your products. So we said, this is it. And then we heard these rumors about a 19-year-old girl in one of our kiosks, happened to be here in Phoenix, that is breaking our records. I'm talking about our record. I'm doing it for 15 years. We built it with friends and family, as you guys know from the story. Most of them are Israelis because that's the people I know. You know. That's my network, and we dominate the industry, right? We are dominating it. We're the biggest kiosk operator in the world, period. And this 19 years old girl come and break our company record in the first day. That gets your attention.
Yeah.
I was worried. I'm not going to be. I was worried about it. I didn't know what's happening in this kiosk. I called my executive. I said, "Listen, watch out. This girl might be a problem for us. We just partner up with this big manufacturer. We can't allow any issues." And the week after, he calls me and says, "Izhak, no, this is the real deal. This girl is. I never seen something like that." And we got very interested. It's a 19 years old American girl that is really doing something that we never done before. Something very interesting. We get many calls to secret headquarters about our products. Everybody, they call, they're excited. They say stuff like, you changed my life. Now I can go to the pool and go with my kids, take off my shirt. Skin disorders are so horrible.
Right.
It affects you, affect your personality, your ability to communicate with people. So when you can help somebody, they share this excitement. But we never had somebody call us and say, we like the experience in the kiosk, right? So suddenly we get these calls to our corporate center saying, thank you so much for this amazing experience in the kiosk. So now we got very, very interested. I called my executive and said, listen, whatever it takes, bring this young girl to our office. All the partners worldwide, globally, I'm talking about 40 countries, everybody heard the rumor about this young girl. And we were all excited, all the partners showed up, and she stepped into our office together with Hayden Dollars and Robert, and they just sit with us, and we're excited. And the first question is, Betty, tell us about yourself, and more importantly, what do you do? We want to learn because apparently you know better than us. So, she started telling a little bit about herself, and she shared with us that she was doing network marketing all her life, at the age of 19. How do you define a life? And that was her background, that was her only background in business at the age of 17, that's what we do. And I want to share with you because I'm sure some people on the webinar today maybe still feel the same way I felt. It was almost 5 years ago. When we met the first time, and she said, I did network marketing, you should see my face. I was shocked that I even sit in the same room with a criminal. I didn't know. I'm saying it like this because in my head, right. That was the thought, right? I'm being honest. And at the end, you don't know anything, but sometimes you have perception about something that it's so strong in your head, but you never even took the time to learn and ask yourself, what is network marketing? I didn't really care. I just know that rumors, maybe somebody said something. I picked it up somewhere. That network marketing is a pyramid scheme. Like everybody said, pyramid scheme. So we look at her, all of us as partners, because I would not even shake a hand of a networker before. Guys, I'm a proud networker today. But we looked at her and our faces was like, no matter what we did before, maybe God is not forgiving, but we will forgive you as long as you don't bring this network marketing habits into our life, because we are a legit company. We are one of the biggest. We're the biggest kiosk operator. We just partner up with the biggest manufacturer. We're about to open 500 stores. 500 stores worldwide. And, you would expect for somebody, a 19 years old girl that have an opportunity to sit in front of partners of a huge organization to just go by that and just, share her maybe her vision. Maybe she wanted to do something bigger with Secret. And instead of that, she just stood up and told us, you guys don't know what you're talking about. All the partners, we're looking at her, 19 years old, standing in front of us and schooling us and saying, you guys don't understand. Whatever you think about network marketing, it's just out of ignorance. In my face, right? You think about it and say, okay, that's not going anywhere. This meeting is not going to a good direction. And then he said, I actually came over here because I thought to convince you to take Secret into relationship marketing. We can deliver the products direct to the consumer. We can save all these expenses. We can align the future of Secret with the future of consumption. And we were so shut down in our head. I remember today, we all stopped the meeting, said, enough is enough. Take your stuff, go home, forget about it, and stay in the kiosk because maybe that's what you need to do, right? And that was actually the interaction that I remember the first time with Betty.
Now, Betty, after that, obviously, I mean, I just face it, and for those people who've been in network marketing, you can imagine this is like the coolest thing. Like, you get something like, man, this is a great idea, and now you bring it and you get shut down. Were you deterred?
Yeah, absolutely. To sit here and say, hey, I wasn't deterred. I was, life was great. Let me go back to the kiosk. No, of course not. I was very discouraged. And I was honestly, I was embarrassed. I said, here I am talking to these, these professionals, these businessmen. I'm 19. I maybe should go back to my kiosk, right? And the funny thing is, I think we all go through moments like that in our life, and I think the difference is, do you give it? It's okay to experience those moments, but it's getting out of it that's important, And I took some time and I started just thinking about the possibility, and I think that's important. Sometimes you really have to set your eyes on the horizon, just understand the possibility, and and even though it's not physically here, it's not tangible. That's what I did, and I just got really excited, though. I just got really excited about number one, how these products could change people's lives. The beautiful thing about skincare that's really interesting is that you see skincare. It's not just about just how you look, which sometimes people can think that way, right? Skincare, it's topical. Well, here's the thing about skincare. Is when you look better, you feel better, and when you feel better, you're your best self. And I think that's one of the things that, number one, it was the products. How many people's lives can we change these products? And second, because I had been in the profession, I understood the power of what could happen if you put a product that is this good in people's hands, right? And the opportunities that could come their way. And so I think that's where I set my eyes, and I decided, I was like, what, we got to continue. You hear no, and I was taught in this profession. No doesn't mean no. Sometimes it just
especially for you.
Especially for me, it just means not now, and that's how we continued forward. But when you ask me a question, to just zero on that question, I think discouragement's okay. It's just continuing forward.
So yes, now from you picking up on this, you said the story a little bit in the interview, but what was it about this interaction that made you say, maybe I really should look into this and start doing the research? And what did you find?
I think I shared why at the end, after a long process of analyzing our situation and the opportunity with network marketing, why we've done this move, which is a big change for us. You phase out of 900 locations, retail operation, and there is a very logic process that we've gone through to make this decision. But actually I want to talk about something else. I want to talk about the decision that is being changed by a determination, by somebody that believes in something so much that they can influence the entire environment around them. And it's not only that, it was with Betty like that, but it can happen in every part of our life. In a decision we make to join Secret today and go out and be determined to be a blue diamond in 5 months or
right.
Maybe in a year, or a decision to help our family to get out of the situation, to pay our bills is also, some people need to be determined to do that today. It's not easy. And when you're determined, when you're really passionate about what you believe, which that's what she was. And maybe in the meeting, I wasn't open, but she believed in what she said. It was so clear, Josh. I'm telling you, she stood over there, her eyes were glowing. You can see through that she does, maybe she's crazy, to be over there and instead of us, in front of us, school us about network marketing. But I knew in my mind that she was devoted to follow what she's preaching. And I think we can take it to any presentation. Some of you, hopefully all of you, decide to do the Secret Opportunity. And how do we do the business? We take products, we invite friends, family, we invite people that are looking for opportunity. And what do? We present.
Right.
Now, I'm not a good presenter. Right? I'm not. Believe me, I'm shaking right now. I don't like to be talking in front of camera, and we're alone over here, let alone in front of 5-6 people. My friends and family, I don't know if I would be able to do it. It requires a lot of courage. But we have to do what we have to do, right? We have to do everything. And you stand in front of them, and you're so busy to think what I'm going to say. I'm going to say the right words. I'm going to talk about the 26 minerals from the Dead Sea, and I'm going to be Dr. Ho and talk about the products, right? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. She didn't give us any. She did give some arguments, but I couldn't listen. What I saw is that she believes in it. Believe me, guys, when you present the opportunity, first of all, if you don't believe in it, you shouldn't do it. And I'm sure that if you're on this webinar today, you believe in secret. If you believe in it, just focus on illustrating your belief to the people that you present this opportunity, because that's what Betty did. She believed in what she said. And then when we stood over there, it didn't come through at the beginning because that was aggressive, but I couldn't go to sleep at night. I couldn't go to sleep at night because I said something was different over here. This girl, she really believed in it. And more than that, I said, maybe it's somebody trying to tell me something, and I was open. I was open to do something that there is no logical way for me to do. I'm a business owner. We're very successful. We have 900 stores. We partner up with a manufacturer that we already agreed we're going to open 500 stores, become the Apple of the skincare. And now I'm going to shift everything and risk our community to do network marketing. I'm saying risk, right? And this is the power of belief.
And there's many companies in this. It just wasn't just secret. I mean, you're doing a lot of other things. You bring up a great point, because that's the point. I look at just my own self, and I'm sure many of the successful people, whatever it is, you've probably built a business, you've done something. When you did it, it was all that belief. And when you just believe, it's not the words you say. It's what you're saying. It's like just believing it and saying, look, I don't know how it's going to be all. Not trying to pretend, not trying to recruit people into your business, but really sharing a vision and saying, I'm going to go here. Isn't that what you're saying?
And of course, and this is everything, Josh. It's everything. And Betty knows it because that's the way she lived her life. She do what she believe in. We all do. Right? Don't be awkward. Don't just go out there and pretend to be a professional. We're not professional. We're not. I'm not a professional. I just know that I will give my life to what I believe in. And people around me, they see it because I really mean it.
Right.
If you mean it, just be yourself and show that you believe in it. Because at the end, what new agents are looking for? They want to know that you will be there for them. That's it. When they feel that no matter what, you will be there, you will walk the way with them in this business venture, that's the first thing is going to get them committed. Then is the products. After that is the content. It doesn't matter.
That's so true. As we're coming to a close here, I want to ask you guys a couple final questions, because for those of you that are looking to get involved with Secret, obviously the person who got you here, they're excited. Maybe they're brand new, so don't try to learn everything from them. We have a community. We have a lot of support systems, a lot of mechanisms to help you, and we've got a convention coming up we're going to talk about in a moment. But where do you see Secret going? Because just to fast forward, to sum up the story, it happened. It was crazy in the beginning, but here it is. Now we're at a point in time where we're about to go through a lot of growth. We're open in the United States, Canada, Mexico is pre-launching here. Some Korea is dominating, doing incredibly well. Australia, we're opening up some other markets here in 2015. So Secret is right now doing great. And if you're brand new, if I'm on the line just like looking at this, why do I want to get involved in Secret today? Did I miss it? And where's it going?
That's exactly where you want to be. You want to be this webinar looking at Secret for the first time, or already sign up and you're just waiting to hear what you're going to hear from us today. Because, yes, in 3 years, we took Secret, actually 2 years, to be in the top 100 companies in the industry. But it's not that we started it 2 years ago. We're building this brand for now over 15 years, from learning from other companies, 10 years under the Secret brand. And not only that, we know how to do business worldwide. We understand what it takes to have a global expansion. But what I think is unique about Secret is you take a retail powerhouse together with a network marketing structure that we chose will be the best way to distribute our products, thanks to you, Betty. And you take the experience of a 15 years old organization. You take products that we had to hear it from Betty. Kiosk people don't like you so much. And they go around, me too, sometimes we tend to be on the phone. So you have to, when you get somebody to stop, even if it's for 1 minute, you have to create a product that is so unique, that the results are so visible, that there is no other questions but thank you, I want to have it. And we sold it every day for twice the price of what we're selling it now in the network through you. For twice the price, we sold it every day for over $600 million before we started network marketing. So now think about it, 3 years, a little bit more than 3 years after, we have a system that not only working in the US, also proved itself to work in foreign countries. The hardest country to open in network marketing is Korea, and we took it the first expansion. So we're going to show that we can do it. Actually, I just heard from our manager last night, from our country manager last night, we're number 8 in the country, number 8
in the entire country.
In the entire country in network marketing in the year. And you say, okay, so the US market is great, that's the foundation. Every global expansion that we do, which is every country that we open, is able to duplicate the success and actually even be more successful at doing that because it's easy. We all work together to build it. And now you're sitting over here looking at this webinar, whether you're in Australia, the US, maybe even Korea. If you're sitting and watching us, you ask yourself what it is for me. It's just the beginning. In the US, I think that 80% of our revenue come from 3 different states, right? Yeah. 3 different states. And this is, even in these states, we are very small, consider what we do. We have 50,000, no, we are in the top 100 companies last year. This year, our revenue is double, right? And we have over 50,000 people in our community, members. I would say maybe 15,000 of them are agents, maybe.
Right.
And out of these agents, I would say that maybe half really building the business. The other half just sign up as customers when they get more discount and they just agents. This is it. And we're in the top 100. This is it. So what is the opportunity? And I think, Betty, if you can just maybe share a little bit about Revolution, because I think Revolution is part of a timeline that Secret was going through. I think Revolution is the deal, and that's why you're sitting here today. And I think that the most important part, after you hear what Betty will share with you about the event, is that if you're sitting in this webinar, first of all, if you don't have a ticket to the event, you better make it work now. This event is the most important event we ever had. Second, if you know people that are looking for an opportunity, I promise you, you have my word, and you can quote me when you come to Revolution. If you come at the end of the event and say, Izhak, I didn't like it, I'll give you my money back for the ticket. And this is going to change your life. It's going to change the people that you bring, because most of our success, the top leaders, 7 figures like Josh, or the 6 figures of our company, 80% of them made the decision to build a business because of an event like this, because of an event in Secret. And I know I'm going forever, but Betty, maybe you can just share with us why Revolution is the deal.
Everything you said, we live Secret every day. We know everything. Everything that you just said. We live this every day. We look at the numbers, we meet the people, and this is all happening. And, but just sitting here, Josh, to hear it again, to embrace it. It's amazing. It's really amazing to think that this moment in time is here today. It's amazing to think that in just a few years, all of that has happened. Part of top 100 in Korea alone, we are, number 8 in the country. And I don't have to repeat everything you said, but this has all happened in just a few years. And what's so exciting about just the moment right now is that is just the surface. I mean, that was just laying the foundation down. And, that's always in anything that you do, laying the foundation down that's the most difficult part. And to just think that we've done all that through some of the most, difficult part in anything that you do, which is a startup foundation. That alone tells you that our future, where we're going, it's only going to happen that much faster and that much bigger, And this brings me to Revolution. And I want to leave you guys with this note, because you see, we've got conventions that happen twice a year, and the entire Secret community comes together from all around the world. And this one is called, and we always theme our conventions, And it's not just for marketing purposes, but you see, it's a strategic moment in time, and it tells you a lot about where we're at. You see, this convention is called Revolution because for us, this is what our dream is. We want to spark something that's bigger than you, Josh, bigger than me by myself, bigger than Izhak by himself. It's all of us coming together to really go out there and just do something special, to do something great, you know. And Revolution is happening on November 7th through the 9th. We're gonna have, you know, thousands of people here in Phoenix, Arizona. And it's gonna be the start of something where you know it's not just about just secret in the few countries that we're in. It's about meeting you. It's about meeting you because here's what we know. Even though we haven't met you, we know that any one person that decides to do something special can truly do it. It can truly change our lives. You know, we all have our unique stories of Secret, and we've all played a role somehow in each other's lives and into the whole community that is Secret. But here's the thing, we're ready to take this to the next level. You know, we had the foundation part, we're ready to keep going, to move faster, and here's what we know. In order to make that happen, we need some key players, and we're looking for some key players. And we're looking for some people just like you, people that, you know what, that you're hungry, you want to do something. Those are the people we want to work with. We want to work with people and invest our time into people that say, hey, you know what, I'm here and I'm ready to make a difference, and we are going to pour everything we have into you. And that's what Revolution is about. It's about finding those people that are going to take Secret to the next level, because as big as Secret is, it started with a few people that sparked Revolution, that attracted like-minded people, kindred spirits, that brought us here today. So we're pretty excited about Revolution and everything that's happening. And
Give him more.
You guys are doing some brainstorming. I got to kind of eavesdrop a little bit. I saw some masterminding happening about. I know you can't let the cat out of the bag because there's a lot of great stuff coming, but maybe get a little highlights.
Exactly.
A little bit of like the sizzle on the, you know, on what's about. What are these people about to receive? And I'd say a couple things. One, if you're new and you really want to see what's going on, there's no other way to do it. It's a once-a-year opportunity where you can come and you can meet the founders. You can meet Betty. She's a real person. You can actually shake her hand. You can meet Izhak. He's a real person. You know, you can interact. You can see with your eyes. You can feel it in your heart. And you can see the community that you're going to be a part of. And it's so much more than what I can possibly express in words. You just have to be there. But for those agents that are already on the line, I see there's a lot of you from all over the world that are dialed in. Just to give you a little sample of why you should make sure you are at the Revolution, then you kind of give them a little happiness.
Oh gosh, okay, fine. Now that I've got the green light to say a little more, I'll put it to you this way. There's so much, and I'm trying to think from I'm literally figuring out, where do I start? What do I say? Because there's so much. I mean, for one, we've taken so much pride in the brand that is Secret, but we are ready to do something explosive with our customer program. You see, and it's strategic. I mean, what's around the corner, Josh? The holidays, right? The holidays are around the corner. We know that people love to get Secret as one of the gifts for the holidays, and let me put it to you this way. Our customers are going to be so excited about number one, new products that they're going to be able to try. Notice I said products with the S, the plural, not just product. And they're products that answer people's solutions, or people's needs, you know, and it's a solution, right? So products. Here's another one, okay? Not only are customers going to be really excited about what's new, but let's just say that during the holidays, people need to make a lot more money.
Right.
It's nice to have a very you know, a rich holiday season. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And for our agents,
a non-stressful one.
A non-stressful.
Yeah.
Thank you. Right. A non-stressful holiday season. And let me put it to you, so for our agents, I'm talking to you right now. We want to make sure that your holiday season is far from stressful. That it is absolutely just amazing, and it's joyful, and it's great. So there is a lot of enhancements that are going to be happening to make sure that this holiday season is not stressful for you. And then on top of it all, you see we've got some additional programs. Okay, and for agents, you know what I'm talking about. You know, one of the things that you and I as an agent always want is we always ask ourselves, how can we get in front of more people to show these products, right? How can I host more parties? How can I host more sit-downs? Is there a way to, to incentivize people to allow me in their homes, so that I could share these great products with them? And so let's just say that thanks to your leadership, they've put their heads together, everyone's put their heads together, and we've got a new program that is going to allow you to, people are going to be calling you saying, hey, you need to come to my home again, not just one time, not for the first time, but again, to show these products to people. So, here's the deal, guys. There's a lot of enhancements for our customers to make sure that you've got a great holiday season and great 2015. 2015 is the deal. It's definitely, we're getting ready to go and to start a movement, and so, with that said, here's the thing, guys. There's so much, you have to be there. I'm telling you, please trust me on this. You have to be there. This is by far the convention that we are the most excited about. Can't sleep because there's just so much happening. You gotta be there. It's gonna be a revolution.
No, Isaac. One thing is, there's some people out there that were probably thinking like I was in the beginning of my career. I finally gotten past the network marketing stigma and said, all right, I'm gonna do it. I get it. Makes sense. But the convention, I don't really need to go there. I don't need to rah-rah, and I don't want to spend the money because, I'm self-motivated. I'm a self-starter. I can just go do it. And I know you had a similar philosophy.
Yeah, that's a good one. Before that, I just say, Betty share some of the announcement. But I can tell you, every event our agents say, too much. You're giving us too much. And this time we say, okay, let's focus and give less. And it happened to be we're giving double than any other event that we've done before. So I hope you guys ready. Take notes because there is so much information. You're going to get at least 10 more ways to benefit from the secret opportunity. And now you have to deal with it, But going back to an event, I remember the first event we've done. It was my first event in network marketing. The first time I see 200 people in a room. And I was very successful, but I never was in an environment that brings so many people together. And then I start seeing all these people that spend all this money. Josh, Betty, we met these people that sold a car to pay for a flight ticket and come to an event. People that skip their mortgage to come to an event. I personally, I couldn't take it. I couldn't say it doesn't make sense. We can do it better. We shouldn't make people spend money and come all the way and then pay for tickets. And this hotel is very expensive. And we have, of course, there is another ticket for the event. And it doesn't make sense. Why do we spend our community money? And I made a decision. At the moment I saw everybody, and I heard these stories of people that sold everything they have, said, this is the last event we're going to do. And I can tell you, and it was the first event, and we know that we improved it. But after this event, I've experienced something that I never seen before. I've seen people change their life. Because, again, how do you change your life? It's not by result. It's not by result, Josh. Change your life is when you make a decision over here, no matter what, you going to do it. And it took me so long to make my decision to change my life, to say, okay, I'm going to fight, I'm going to be successful. And that was 99% of the work, just make a decision. And I saw it happening in front of my eyes. And then the event after, say, okay, maybe it makes sense because so many people made decisions, I'm going to change it. I want to see what happened in next event. And next event, I saw these families that sold their car and I have a new car. I saw these people, this kid that came over, actually, by the way, one of our a blue diamonds that came over, and I didn't think he's going to be successful. I thought he just came to hang out, and this is very talented. And then a year after, he's a blue diamond, and I start understand that the concept of the event is much more than just coming over, spending money to be together.
Right.
It's the ability. I inspired every time. I get my energies for that, from this event. I get inspired by our leaders. Your training is amazing. What you can deliver, what people can hear. You change. You make me make decisions every event that I'm going to be better. Be able to get exposed to be trained by the best. See 7-figure earner on the stage. They know how to do it. You better listen. Maybe they can teach you a few things. And then I start seeing it, and I start seeing the result. Another event and more results. And for me, the event is what I live for now. This is what I live for. I live from event to event. The rest in the middle is just a waiting period. Because for me, an event is I'm seeing the people that I love. I meet new members of a community that can change. Many said you can change our life, because when you make a decision to do something bigger, our lives are going to change, right? It's going to inspire all of us. We're all going to do better. My future, my kids, their kids, are going to be inspired and be able to change your life because of your decision today. And then you get to meet these people and know that no matter what, this is your community. And even if I'm talking about the training and the enhancement and the new technology we're going to launch, at the end, when everything is going away, you say, these are the people that no matter what will stay with me for the rest of my life. And no matter if we're going to go through bumps or highs or lows, I'm secure. And for me, I take it and I'm good for another 6 months. I'm good.
Anyway, it's hard to experience, like to understand that till you experience it.
Yeah.
I know it's an event like that changed me. It took me from being a high school dropout, not knowing what I was going to do for my life, to and I didn't want to be at the event. I was angry about it, but I went and it got me. And it's hard to describe it, but it changed my life, and it changed it in so many ways. I'm so grateful. So I encourage you, show up, do what it takes, make it there, and you'll see for yourself. You already heard Izhak say, if you can honestly look us in the eye afterwards and say, hey, it wasn't worth it, you'll give your money back, no problem. I mean, look, the reality is this is for you. This is your chance, your opportunity to position yourself. And from what I believe sincerely in my heart, it's going to be the largest company in the direct sales space, period. We are going to be responsible for creating more wealthy families than any other company, I believe, than all other companies combined. I know that's a tall order, but when you show up at Revolution, you'll see that that you can tell by just looking in my eyes over the screen here that I believe that. And when you see it for yourself, you'll believe that too. So just in wrapping up, I don't know if you guys want to do the promotion now or later on the, and we talked about last night.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do. Stay tuned. We'll do something later. But next week, we've got one of the pioneers, one of the people who helped really pave the path of Secret Direct. Came in the beginning, and it was a lot of his leadership and his vision and his stick-to-itiveness that helped create a lot of what we have here today. John Malott is going to be on the webinar next week. So
you want to hear from him?
Yes.
Yeah,
so
of course, as the top money earners, not only that, because you brought them to our life, you brought both of them, John and Tiffany, to our life, and it's definitely was one of the biggest things for us in Secret Direct. I think that what they've done for the organization, their philosophies, they're helping us put together the system and be able to create this opportunity for all of us. And be successful in it. And about one of the top money earners in the world in the industry of network marketing. I definitely believe that you guys should be there and listen and take some notes. That's for sure. That's
next week, and we're going to be doing a lot of great things between now and then. Make sure you're at Revolution. We look forward to meeting you, shaking your hand, giving you a hug. What we're going to do right now is just we have a little bit of time for questions. Type your name into the box. I'm going to go over here to the question box, just ask the questions. And then Betty, you can answer them. Sure. We've got quite a few people here live. But by the way, if you could put your name in and then your question or your name somewhere in there, because the box doesn't tell me. Yes, there you go.
Taking notes.
All right, here we go. There's that one. There's that one. And here's our questions. There we go. All right. Well, where do you see Secret in the network marketing industry in the next 5 years?
This is I'll put it to you this way. A lot of times, you're going to hear companies say, hey, in the next 5 years, we're going to do $1 billion. In the next 5 years, we're going to be one of the biggest companies in the world. And while that is obviously something that everybody wants to be successful. This is a tall order I'm going to put out there, but you see, I think for us, it's not about being the fastest to billion. It's not even about getting to that billion mark. It's about reaching 1 billion people. Does that make sense? Here's why. You see, to us, the more people we touch, the more people we meet, the more we can learn from you. You can learn from us, and together we can start paving new roads. That's what it's about for us. It's about meeting more people. It's about taking this opportunity global. It's about going beyond, the concentrated states that we're in here, to go in, to the point where everywhere you go, you hear a secret. But you don't hear a secret, just the great opportunity, the great skincare products, which are obviously going to be there. But most importantly, you're going to hear about secret, the community of people that are changing the world. Does that make sense?
Sure.
Where we can truly just start something just absolutely just wonderful.
Now here's another one. Love your webinars. What an awesome way to share information with agents all over the world. Unfortunately, I'm on my work. The Washington State. Love Isaac. There's a lot of companies, but no one is like Isaac. Such an incredible leadership team. Love you guys. That's Heather Johnson. Let's see the question here. Oh, here's one. By the way, thanks Heather Johnson. We love you too. For Revolution, are guests allowed, and what would be the price for them to attend? Pretty much the same, right?
Guests and agents are the same. They're the same price for the ticket. No, obviously, when you bring a guest,
there'll be an agent.
For sure. Of course, be able to change your life with it.
Okay. Let's see here. Another one.
Keep them coming.
Okay, what can I? Keep the questions coming. What can I do to break through to the cold market when your warm market's not willing to participate like you want? I mean, that's maybe a good question for you, Betty. Your warm market's not working out. And by the way, this is jargon for network marketing or for home business. So warm markets, people that you know. Cold markets, people that you don't know. So,
right.
So the people that you know aren't working. What happens?
That's a great question. I real quickly here, I'll share a quick story. I was sharing this with somebody just yesterday. When I first, I'm from California. I moved out to Arizona 2 years ago, and I was in the profession. This was obviously a lot prior to Secret, and I moved out here, and I didn't know a single person. I didn't know anybody, not one person. Matter of fact, I vowed that I would never live in Arizona. Deserts, the beach of the desert. I know, but Arizona's beautiful. But I came out here and I didn't know a single person. But here's the thing, okay? Although I didn't have a warm market in Arizona, here's what I did have. I had a lot of desire. I needed to make some things happen. So I'm talking to you, okay? If you ask this question and you want to make it happen, here's what first of all you need to know. Even if you don't have a warm market, that is not an excuse, and it's nothing, and it will not stop you, because here's the interesting thing, okay? Everybody needs an opportunity. I mean, that's just the bottom line. Everybody needs an opportunity. So one of the things that that I did is every single person that I met, I talked to them, I spoke to them. When I was at the cleaners, you see sometimes the same people when you go to the cleaners, when you go to restaurants, everywhere you go, you start building relationships. Right? And the interesting thing is when you ask questions, hey, are you keeping your options open and making some additional income right now? You'd be surprised at how many people are going to tell you yes. And from that point forward, all you need to do is just go through the numbers. You talk to enough people, you're going to get some results, And I just got really good at asking that question. And before you knew it, here's...
So you do that one more time for me. So this is anywhere you go.
Anywhere what?
So you have to have some courage. Obviously, typically people don't just knock on your door and say, hey, are you looking for an opportunity? Or I'm looking for an opportunity. So you ask people, maybe in the grocery store line, maybe at the gas station pump, or wherever you're at, you just are saying, what are you saying?
So here's what I did. Let's say I was at a restaurant, Josh, okay. you were my waiter, or anybody, in any scenario. This is what I want you to understand. Any scenario, I start a conversation. So how long have you been working here, Josh?
A couple of years.
So you must like your job a lot for being there for a couple of years.
It's a job.
This is the interesting thing. Most people will say just that. Oh, it's a job that pays the bills, right?
Right.
Well, Josh, you seem like a really sharp guy. You did a great job today.
So compliment.
Yeah, the truth, always the truth. And here's the thing, Josh. I actually just started with a company that is building out here in this area, and we're looking for some sharp business-minded people that are keeping our options open. Let me ask you this, Josh. Are you keeping your options open to make some additional income right now?
Sure. What is it?
So here's the thing, Josh. Right now, I don't have a lot of time. I'm with Isaac. We're discussing some things. But here's why don't we do this? Okay, why don't you give me your number, and I'm going to give you a call later and tell you a little bit more information, and we're going to set up a time, if it's the right fit, that we're going to sit down and have some coffee. What's your number?
Sure.
Now, here's the thing. That simple conversation alone, most people, you'd be surprised, will give you their number. Some people didn't, and that's fine, and move on. And then the next thing that I did is, I always had a list. You always made a list, and every single person I met, this was a conversation. And before you know it, this is a beautiful thing about our business. You don't once you get somebody enrolled in the business. Okay, let's say Josh in this example got enrolled in Secret. Okay, from this point forward, there's two types of warm market. There's your own warm market, and then there's other people's warm market. And at this point, here's what's so amazing, especially with Secret, because you only need to build, you can build as many teams as you want, but honestly, you only need 2 teams to get started. And so once Josh got enrolled, we made his list. Guess what? He has a whole other warm market that that people I don't know. But from this point forward, my only goal is to help Josh. And the beautiful thing about our profession is when you help other people, exactly. And when you help other people,
Well, because here's the thing, and I want to just say this, because being in the field, a lot of this, in the beginning, I used to think, I got to get somebody in. Mm-hmm. And it's like, almost like I went hunting and I caught somebody. I'm like, I got one, but I didn't know what to do with them. And it's almost self-serving. Like I'm trying to recruit someone into my business rather than trying to help someone start a business. And by doing that, going through their network. And that's what you're saying, which is the mark of a true networker, which is you're marketing through the network. So your goal is to help me become successful. How are you going to do that? Is not necessarily by forcing me or recruiting people for me, but getting into my network and then talking to those people on my behalf because you're more experienced than I am, right?
Exactly. It's just honestly just comes down to caring. It just comes down to caring. If you get somebody started in Secret, right, you want to make sure they're successful. And the one thing I'll tell you, and I love these conversations, so I'm sorry my answer is long, but I get so passionate about this. But the Josh here is a 7-figure earner at Secret. There's a lot of people in Secret that are doing so well, and we look to Josh. Wow, I can never be like Josh. I can never be like John Wall. I can never be like Tiffany Malott.
Yeah,
But here's the thing: when you ask yourself, and Josh, let me ask you this question.
Right.
Would you say that one of the differences, probably one of the biggest differences between you and somebody who's brand new getting started is simply the amount of stars in your business?
Yeah, I'd say if you're looking at anyone that's had success, the one thing I'll look at is I know that they've talked to more people. They've just done it more. And we all get the no's. We all get the people that don't want to talk to us, and it hurts. I mean, it hurts the same way it hurts me. It probably hurts you. The thing is, when you do it long enough, it hurts less because your belief gets so solid. And what Izhak was saying earlier is key. It's even in the little role play we did earlier with the waiter or the waitress, it's someone's going to see it in you that you're going there no matter what. It doesn't really matter what you say. That you're sold out, that you've made a declaration to your family that you're worth it, and that you're going to find people that feel like they're worth it too, and you guys are going to the top of the mountain together. When you have that, the words don't matter. Then it's all about just doing it enough to find those people. So a couple questions real quick, because we got a lot of them, and we only have a limited time with these. They've got the revolution to plan here. So what is, this is from Patricia from Euclid, Ohio, and she's saying, what is hi Patricia. What is number 8 based on out of Korea? Are we number 8 skincare company? How many companies are considered in this group of companies?
Very simple. We're number 8 company in the network marketing industry. Out of all of the companies in network marketing, whether they do skincare, nutrition, whether they do weight loss, whatever they do, and there are many companies, as you know.
Hundreds.
We're number 8. The number comes from the amount of revenue per year. That's the way it's being measured.
Excellent. Next question here is from, sorry guys, again, make sure you put your name in there. Let's see. Patrick says, when are we going to be open in Taiwan? And you get that. Let's clump all these questions together. When are we going to be open up in XYZ country?
Yes, first of all, for a young company in the industry, only a little bit over 3 years, we already opened quite a few countries, actually too much. We opened Canada, and then we opened Korea, and we opened Australia. We pre-launch in Mexico. We're preparing some new Asian countries for next year. That's some exciting announcement. We have 2 more countries in development that we're already doing, and that's a lot for only 3.5 years.
Absolutely.
And the thing is this, Patrick, and let me just give you some advice. Taiwan is definitely one of the countries that we are looking at in our Asian expansion. Of course, it's going to be based on the business potential we have, the growth that we can bring in every country. But let me just give you the advice, the best advice that I see for you while you're waiting for this country to be open. Especially in countries like, in Asian countries, the places that people will ask you, the first question they're going to ask you is, who are you when you come over there? What have you done with a secret opportunity in the US? Patrick, I'm assuming that you live over here and you probably want to take it back to your homeland, or maybe just a country that you're interested. But it doesn't matter where you are. If you're from Mexico and you live here, if you're from Vietnam, if you're from Russia. At the end, when you going to take this opportunity to this country, or if you just know people over there, the first thing they're going to ask you is, what have you done with the secret opportunity? So what I recommend you, the biggest tip I can give you, is go out there, become a diamond before you even think about going to a new country. Become a blue diamond, be a platinum, the basic. Say, I know how to build a secret opportunity, because when we open this country that you are waiting for, I promise you, your ability to enjoy the success is only if you have the reputation, if you have the experience, and if you have the results to prove people over there, because that's what they're looking to see.
Perfect. Now, Bob Oakes as well, presenting with the passion to move $1 billion company. Bob Oakes, he said we all need to grab onto that. I agree, Bob.
Yeah.
We all love you, Bob. Let's see. Okay, Helena from Connecticut. She's saying, thank you for stressing how important it is to go to convention. There are ups and downs in life and in business. How can we continue to convey how important it is to sacrifice now in order to harvest later? I guess, how can we continue to convey that? I guess just by doing it, right?
Yeah, and I think by using examples, at the end, what people want to know is, it's doable. When you use the stories, and these stories are going to be at the event. Revolution, like I said, a lot of announcement, the training and everything. But I tell you what touches me the most is to see on this stage these amazing people that most of them, I didn't have hope when I started. I didn't think I'm going to be successful. Nobody ever thought I'm going to be where I am right now, or you, Betty. I'm sure that you feel the same. But then you see these stories of people and say, wait a second. And you're sitting over there and say, this is me. I can be there on this stage. You take these stories, first of all, it gives you inspiration. Second, you use these stories, and it's all new stories every year. We featuring new recognitions every year, and twice a year, right? And you want to see all these people coming from Korea, for example, that celebrate their success over there. And you see the stories from the US and from Australia, from other markets, and you say, wait a second, this is me, and I'm going to do it, not more than anything else. When I talk to my people about the event, and you can do it because we already know the stories, tell them that stories. This is going to be the biggest one for you to show them that once they come, they invest the money, they will harvest.
That's perfect. All right. So, Nikki says, can you tell me how much it is to cost up the business? So we didn't go into that, the cost of getting started.
Sure. I want to say something before we go into details. Nikki, first of all, thank you for asking the question. It's a good question. It's a question that everybody asks themselves when they start any type of business. You know my story. My dad had to sell his house, his furniture, his car, and send the money to me and my brother, right? My dad sold everything that he has and don't have. And he came over, my brothers and sisters. We took $60,000, which was the entire family saving, life family saving, right? And we sent it to China to buy 50,000 helicopters. I remember that. All of it. We were sitting with no money at home, 8 people, 6 brothers and sisters, my parents, and praying to God that this wire instruction we found online to buy these helicopters is legit. And, we got the products, obviously, thanks God. And it wasn't even the beginning, because now we have to build a business and you have to have friends coming over. The rest of the story, But what I'm saying is that what I love about network marketing is that you don't need to sell your father's house to go and buy 50,000 helicopters to start a kiosk. And a kiosk, by the way, is one of the cheapest business opportunities out there. Cheapest. To open a business, a store, to invest in a franchise, how much it costs. So when I look at network marketing, and I know that agents can start with $1,500 to buy the entire product line so they can go out there. And you know what? And it's important to say, because back in the day, network marketing, it was like the kiosk. You buy $10,000 of inventory,
right.
You put it in your garage, you go, you sell it for 20, you make $10,000. Hopefully, you can make it in a month, right? Today, we don't need it anymore. Today, the industry, together with technology, is so easy. What you buy products. Of course, you can retail them, which is easy. You can just multiply, actually triple your money on our packages and do that. But you can also take this product, which is one of each, and demonstrate it and have the company serve your clients directly. You don't have to keep all this inventory. So we have the best package that we start with is our special agent package,
right.
Which this is the 40-50 package. It's a package that gives you all the products that you can start with. That's in the US. And we have a premium package, which is $550, and the basic package. But I can tell you that the way I started with a special premium agent package with $60,000 of my dad buying these helicopters, the special pilot package, I would call it. And I thanks God I've done it. Thanks God. But I think that you have to invest in your business. It's important, and for you want to have a variety of the products to do it. Like, you know what? Another thing that I want to share. Sorry, guys. I really want to share that. Okay, thought about it today. I think one of the most important part of you as an agent, presenting the opportunity, and that's something I think we talked about last night, is how you change from convincing somebody to join the business, which we all need to convince. Betty convinced us to make a decision. Right. You know, I convinced my dad to sell his house, right? We have to convince somebody to make this decision, right? So we talk about the products, which is amazing, and before and after, the technology, the opportunity, the company, the network marketing, the future, technology, the industry, it's all of that. And at the end, somebody said, okay, I'm in, right? And then what happened? All the air is coming out of our balloon that we just built, and we say, done it. No, this is exactly what is wrong. That's where it starts. And let me give you a tip that now we're implementing in one of our unique systems that we're going to present in Revolution. But one of the most important part that you can do once somebody say I'm in is change your posture and now be honest about it. And that's being honest. It's not a game. It's reality. When somebody say I'm in, you say, now you listen to me. Because you just spent, not much, based on what, but still it's almost $1,500. It's a lot of money. Some people, it's the only money that they have. Now, if you want to make your money back and more, you need to listen to me, because these people trust you. You on this webinar, I'm telling you, if you want to be successful, you want to get what you invested in, what you need to do is to go into activity now. And that's what you have to tell your agents. Don't wait. Don't celebrate. Okay, you got some fast start. You got an agent. No, just be focused on getting into activity. And we know the activity. Once you make the commitment, this is number one. We do 2-hour parties a week, right? We're doing it for 4 weeks straight. We're doing it with 3 guests. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 2-hour parties, 3 guests every hour party, 4 times, 4 weeks straight. When you do that, you're going to make your money back and more. And guess what happened after 4 weeks? They finally realized they have $40,000 a year income as part-time. They finally get it. And this is where the activity is making everything for you. So I just want to share it because I think there's some people that they miss. They think that once you're in, it's done. They move on to the next one. Another thing that I know that got me thinking a lot is when I asked, I think you, as a 7-figure earner, how many personal people you brought to the business? And somebody that have over 40,000 people in this organization, I thought you were going to tell me 2,000 I brought myself. I don't know if you even brought 100 people yourself.
No, I didn't.
And out of these 100 people,
it's like 75, I think.
Out of the 75 people that you brought yourself, 75 people, that's it. And it's 7-figure earner over here. Out of the 75 people, how many builders do you have out of them?
12.
12 builders. So what I'm saying is that think about it. If you can recruit 12 people that all of them want to be builders, you can be Josh Denny. If you take 12 people and instead of going to the next one, you sit with them and you tell them, go into activity, go do it. Their belief level, everybody can be Josh Denny. Everybody can be Josh Denny, we know it. But most people will not go through the activity to make them understand that they can do it. Anyway, I'm passionate about it.
That's true, though.
It was a simple question, but I think it's everything.
Yeah, that's true. And it's really just a matter of going through the numbers, making that happen. You don't have to go crazy. Like, I think that's what you think. We got to go recruit 2,000 people. No, just go do it, believe in it, make it happen. Out of those 75 people, I mean, 6 of them are really moving. And the other 6 are just they're doing the best they can. I believe that they will become successful. But the idea is when you get someone going, help them. It's not about you. It's about them when they get started. That's a great point that you made, Isaac. So thank you for that. Keenan Smith is asking how many agents are in the United States, and I think you answered that earlier.
Yeah, I answered that. We have probably active agents around people that the building that recruiting people, 7,000. That's just it.
I think the answer is there's many more to go. There's a lot of people still that need to hear about Secret, and as successful as we've been, that's what's so crazy when you guys ask the timing of Secret. Successful as we've been, we haven't really even gotten started yet. So there's plenty more to go.
Hey, we got Dr. Ho on the line.
Hey, Dr. Ho.
Hey, Dr. Ho. We all love you. He says, thank you, Betty and Isaac. I've been attending every event Secret is offered. The events get better every year, and this is a great opportunity to gather and share our experience and absorb the excitement Secret offers. Thank you for everything, and see you at the convention.
Thank you, Doctor. Congratulations for the ring. We can't wait to be on the stage, to see you on the stage, sharing your story while you get your new shiny ring. And
the ruby. Let's do this. Remember when Dr. Hope came for the first time? Here's a gentleman. For those who don't know, by the way, listen to the interview. It's on the Basic Agent Training. There's a archive there. Definitely one of the best. Here's a gentleman who's already incredibly successful as a dermatologist, board certified. Degrees all over the place. Has a house in Beverly Hills that is paid for. The guy's very successful. And here he is, getting started Secret at the very beginning. He comes to his first convention. Do you remember that? Remember what happened there?
Of course I remember. First of all, I didn't believe that a professor, a doctor, is going to participate in something I have created. These people I would look at when I was young and say, my dad wanted me to be that, but maybe it's not going to happen for me. Not maybe for sure, right? Like, I can't be a doctor. It's amazing to see somebody that made 7 figures before he met us. And he decided that Secret is going to be the future for his family. Until today, it's hard for me to believe. And I think what was more important for me to know is I remember when we called him, when he got his silver rank, which is silver, at the beginning. And I think he was more excited from the understanding that he can build residual income. In a small level like that, he knew where it's going to go back then. And to see somebody that is a professional, somebody I would never approach. And we talked about war market.
Right.
People don't even understand what war market is. People say, okay, my war market is going to be the people that I know that need me. No, war market is the people that you know that you might need them. It's a Professor O that sits over there. Maybe your doctor is a war market.
Yes.
This is a war market. Look at what Dr. O has done, and then you can recruit your own doctor. Don't prejudge. Everybody needs an opportunity to build a residual income. And anyway, we're proud of you, and
very Dr. And just one more thing on this. A lot of times we think, it just has to be the person that's down and out, because you hear a lot of the stories, the people that have, rags to riches, so to speak, and a lot of it's really kind of captivating, because yes, someone changed their life, but then you also have people who've already been successful financially, and that's not what they wanted. They want something different. Maybe they want an avenue to help other people or make a difference. So just know that it doesn't matter who they are. They could be someone that you're looking at, go, no way on God's earth would this person want to participate, and that could be the very person that wants to participate and help you build a very large business by helping themselves build a business. So thank you, Dr. Ho, for sharing that.
Thank you.
All right, let's see. We've got Naomi Martinez says, how do you encourage a new agent that feels that the commission structure is a disadvantage in the beginning with the point system and not the dollar-based system, meaning like BV and stuff? I think some people have a misunderstanding of that. Maybe you could understand BV versus...
Yeah. And it all comes down to, a lot of times when people are first getting started, or they're looking at the business, and they have questions, and they're giving you a lot of reasons why they can't get started. the normal rebuttals are logical. Explain to me BB, explain to me points, explain to me, leadership check match. And the truth is, okay, the awesome thing about our business is that you do have a support system here. That one, you can talk to your sponsor, you can get them on these webinars, plug them into the system. The great thing is you don't have to be the professional. Matter of fact, it's better when you're not the professional in the very beginning, and put them in touch with someone like Josh Denny, your upline silver, your upline platinum. But here's the thing, guys. Okay, beyond all that, it usually people they don't knock it started because they don't think that they can do it. That's exactly they think they can't do it. And what Isaac said earlier is so important. It's so key in building your business. It's talking about those stories. It's telling people, showing them. We've got so many videos and resources available to you in your back office, but just sharing stories of what people have done, because you can go into logic all day long. You've got tools that I recommend you use the tools, such as this webinar to explain those answers. But most importantly, just share the stories with people, and you'd be surprised at how many people, it's just simply, once they've got a little bit of belief, they'll get started. They don't need to know all the details in the beginning. Matter of fact, getting them started and just helping them hit that first position, that in itself is a huge checkpoint for someone, and that's what it just comes down to. So, number one, rely on the community, talk to your uplines, get them on the phone. There's something powerful in a three-way call, putting them in touch with somebody that has, that maybe perhaps is at a higher ranking than you. It's simply just that third-party edification that will always help.
Yeah, and I think at the end, if we're talking about what we pay, then we know that the company is very, very aggressive with our compensation plan. And without going into details, you get paid when you sell products. You get paid when you build a team. You get paid when you sign up new agents, because we have a very aggressive fast start program. The fact of the matter is that people making big money in a short time in secret, more than they would do anywhere else, because of the structure of our company. It's a very, very unique element that integrates every type of activity that you would like to see in the community, which at the end comes at moving products. And I think it's actually the biggest advantage that we have.
Now we're coming to the end. I know Isaac and Betty have got to get to work on the revolution, so I'll stay on and answer all the questions, or at least as many as I possibly can over the next 45 minutes. But I want to finish with this final question from the Flynn family, and they're asking, what's the most measurable moment from when Secret became part of network marketing? Over the last 3 years now that we've been doing this for both of you. What's the most memorable moment you have? I know that's kind of a tough one, but
you're first, Betty.
It's hard to pick one, because the truth is there's been so many measurable moments, and the thing is we're probably about to incur the most measurable moment just yet, on November 7th through the 9th. But I'll tell you this, one of the most measurable moments for me. And it was humbling, and it was just that bridge, that took you from an idea to hope, right, to actually truly believing it. It was that bridge, that faith bridge. It was the moment we met some of our leadership. Sometimes in life, and I think this happens quite often, there's people that come into your life that believe in you more than you believe in yourself in the beginning. And, Secret today is not a result of a person or two people. It is a result of, of people coming together. And, back in 2011, when we first got started, we met some incredible leadership, and I remember one of the very first leadership meetings that we had, and it was just about 4 or 5 people looking at each other. We're like, wow, listen, we didn't have the success stories yet, but what we did have is we had each other. Josh Denny was in that room. And to just see what has happened since then to now, matter of fact, when we stand on the stage at one of these conventions, that's usually the first thing that goes through my head is, wow, look at how far we've come. Look at all the people that are here today. And to think that it started just a few years ago with a group of people that believe in you, I mean, that has just, it's one of the most measurable moments, The beginnings are always great, and of course today is even more exciting.
Like Betty said, I think that there's so many moments that I remember that I was saying, I can't believe it. I just can't believe it. That we made it to this point. I can't believe I hear this story you sit over there and event and you hear the story, a testimonial, or somebody say, no way, I'm connected to this story, I'm part of a story like that. You just sit and say, this is big. But I think the biggest thing for me, which is two layers of evolution in this process of network marketing, is that we built big business for a long time, and my partners are all like I would give my life to. They gave us everything that we have, and they're all scattered throughout the worldwide operation. And we were very busy for the last 5 years, and we had a lot of real estate and green energy companies, and I didn't understand, but we kind of detached, And I think what happened to us in the 3 years, and Josh, because maybe you've been with me in Israel when we celebrated the wedding of my partner, and I think that I realized for the first time that Secret Direct got us together. All of my partners, which 90% of them, just called me the first time and said, "Are you out of your mind? Why are we doing network marketing? Don't do that. Is everything okay? Are we in trouble?" And these partners now, I see them more, I connect with them more. They're so passionate about it. So for me, that was the biggest thing for me. I got my family back into this vibe of a startup, of something that's coming from scratch and elevating. And the second thing is to see the leadership, starting from my partners and Josh, we're partners. We're going all the way with it, man. We're going all the way. And to see that we as leadership are adopting this culture and we're taking it. And now when I go to sleep, I don't think about only my worldwide partners, that if something goes wrong, they will be there for me. I know you're going to be there for me. I know I'm going to be there for you. I know Betty will do the same. And I know that we have many others. And you see the culture duplicating. And for me, this is finding, I thought I'm very limited with my small family. Now my family is limitless. And I don't know, this is more than money, more than building a brand, more than anything else.
The community.
Yes, the community.
Absolutely. You guys are going to love, and some of the partners are going to be there. As Zeke, right?
Yeah, some of the partners, yeah.
Have you ever met Zeke yet? I'm sure Zeke's going to see this. We love you. Boaz,
Australian operation.
Elad will be there, right?
Elad will be there, absolutely.
Of course, Moti and
the leadership. Now this is our new brother. No, this is the blood. This is what we have now, each other.
And we're looking for you. We really are. If you're out there and you're saying to yourself, you know what, I've got something inside my heart. I want to participate in something that's going to be bigger than me. That's going to give my family what I deserve. And what I believe that you believe that your family deserves, and you can be a part of something and do something amazing. Then come to the revolution. Meet us, see it for yourself, and you won't be disappointed. So I just want to thank you, Isaac. Thank you, Betty, for taking the time. You guys got a lot of things to do. So
thank you, guys. We're excited to see you, and of course, taking the step of participating in a webinar like that, learning more. Thank you for the initiative and doing it. I'm very excited for next week.
Yeah,
I'm gonna watch this webinar.
John Malat next week.
You have to see next webinar with John Malat and Josh. Just thank you so much. It's been awesome, and your leadership is unbelievable. And this is it, guys. I mean, we could talk about the products, we could talk about the opportunity, but I think you could just tell from this webinar. You see, we not only are business partners, but we're friends, and that's what you're about to be a part of. You're about to be a part of a community that is here for you every single step of the way, and that is those are the moments that you always remember in your life. So thank you.
Absolutely, most valuable thing. All right, guys.
Thank you.
God bless. Thank you. All right, we got 2 more questions to go through, and I'll make sure I'm here for you guys. Thank you, guys. Anyway. They're the best, the absolute best, huh? All right, look, you got to come to Revolution. You got to meet them. You got to see it for yourself. It's unbelievable. All right, here we go. A couple more questions, and again, guys, thanks for being on. We've got Aldrin Isma from Winnipeg. I'm sorry, I probably totally slaughtered that name, but I can't wait to